India has accused China of coercing it on the border issue that has been ongoing for years. It says the two countries need to step back from another potential confrontation.
More than 3 years since their soldiers clashed in eastern Ladakh, ties remain tense. Neha Poonia looks at how the border conflict between the two giants has impacted people-to-people ties and the sentiment towards China on the ground.
3 years ago, at the peak of border tensions with China, protests such as this one were common, with angry citizens demanding a complete economic boycott of China, saying Beijing should pay for the deaths of the 20 Indian soldiers in the Ladakh border clash. 3 years in, the public demonstrations may have stopped, but the ongoing standoff has soured China's public perception in India. The public campaign to ban Chinese goods was largely led by the Swadeshi Jagran Manch, an economic unit affiliated to Prime Minister Modi's governing Bharatiya Janata Party. Its head, Ashwini Mahajan, says they're still running awareness campaigns to ensure people don't use made-in-China products. And at their meetings, anti-China slogans are still used. His organization also routinely publishes literature to educate the public on the issue, but he feels more could be done.
देखिए, जहाँ तक जनता का काम है, जनता करेगी। चाइनीज़ माल का बहिष्कार करने का वो कर भी रही है और भी करेगी। लेकिन सरकार से भी हमारी अपेक्षाएं हैं कि चीन से आने वाले सामान को और ऐसे अन्य मुल्कों से भी आने वाले जो सामान जो चीन अन्य मुल्कों के माध्यम से भेजता है, उसको भी रोकने के लिए हमें प्रयास करने होंगे। चीन से आने वाले सामानों पर हम एंटी डंपिंग ड्यूटी लगा सकते हैं। जो चीन दूसरे देशों के माध्यम से भी बेचता है, उस पर भी एंटी डंपिंग ड्यूटी हम कंट्री स्पेसिफिक लगा सकते हैं।
The call to shun Chinese goods might simply be unrealistic at this point. China is still where most of India's imports come from, amounting to over $98 billion last year. A bulk of these are raw materials and electronics, an area that Rakesh Kumar's store sees brisk business in. A majority of his customers don't want to fork out too much money, so he only stocks budget cell phones coming predominantly from China. He says 2 years ago there was a big push to avoid buying such phones, but that's no longer the case.
इंपोर्ट होता था, माल तब कहते थे, लेकिन आज की ऑप्शन है क्या? ऑप्शन देखा जाए तो ओप्पो, वीवो, रियलमी सब तो चाइनीज ही है, कंपनी चाइनीज है। तो लोग कहाँ ऑप्शन क्या रह गया? क्या एक मात्र है, एक इंडियन में लावा, लोग उसको लेना पसंद नहीं करते हैं।
In fact, a recent survey has found that 6 out of 10 Indians have cut down on buying Chinese goods, but electronics were the exception.
उनका क्योंकि मार्केट बहुत हैवी है और एक्चुअली क्या है कि वो लोग जिस प्राइस रेंज पे वो चीज़ें प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं, तो वो एज अ इंडियन कंपनियां ये सब चीज़ें नहीं प्रोवाइड करती जितने कम रेंज में वो प्रोवाइड कर देते। तो आई डोंट थिंक कि मतलब ऐसे कोई भी क्लैश हो जाए लेकिन वो बॉयकॉट हो जाएगा या कोई चीज़।
डोंट बाय द चाइनीज प्रोडक्ट, आई डोंट बाय चाइनीज मोबाइल, आई बॉट Xiaomi because it is manufactured in India, but I have not bought a car, Chinese car, MG car, I don't buy. But let us be pragmatic, there are some industry product without which our industry won't function. So for the timing we have to adjust, we have to do away whatever is possible, but in the longer run we have to bolster our manufacturing and make the whole supply chain ourselves. Otherwise it is a dependence for so long, it is hurting us.
It was after the border clash in 2020 that Prime Minister Narendra Modi launched the Atmanirbhar Bharat scheme, a program to make India self-reliant. Here the government offers production incentives to sectors particularly dependent on supplies from China. India is also pitching itself as the new global manufacturing hub, offering foreign companies tax incentives as well as land and power subsidies. In April, Apple expanded its retail presence in India by opening its first 2 stores in the country. It, along with other companies like Nokia, Samsung and recently Boeing, have also moved part of their production lines here. But the country may still have a long way to go, with many firms complaining of red tape and a lagging infrastructure setup. Observers agree, though, that this has opened up another front to the India-China rivalry. Neha Poonia, CNA, New Delhi.